Hi guys, now that you've seen the beautiful product, let me quickly show you what all material we are using for this. First is we need a piece of cardboard. Any industrial or carton box is fine. I'm using an old cap. So this is an old cap of a container which I'm reusing for this project. We need a compass and a scale. We need any clay. So here I'll be using my Fevicryl molded. We need a rolling pin, so a cutter or pencil. Then we need black acrylic color. You can also use black chalk paint. I'll be using the metallic wax. This is from Little Birdie. And I'll be using my decor varnish. This is also from Little Bird. I've mentioned the links to all the products in the description box so that you can easily pick them up online if you wish. If you wish to purchase products from Little Birdie, you can use my special coupon code to get a 5% extra off as well. So let's quickly get started. First and the foremost, take your cap and take a piece. Now how I have done it, let me show you how I have cut the piece. Now, if you look at the cap that I have, this is approximately 11.6 centimeters circle. So the diameter is 11.6 centimeters and the radius is 5.7. Here I have taken this in 14.6 centimeters. Okay, so this is 3 centimeters bigger, and what I've cut is I've cut it in a donut shape. The thickness is approximately 2.3 centimeters. Okay, so just cut it out. What I'm trying to do here, I'll show you. This I'm going to be sticking on top of this. So a little portion about 3 mm from here and 3 mm from here is going to come on top of this lid. So whatever is your size of the lid that you are reusing, just make sure that a little portion of this comes on top, and with this easily becomes a hanging. We don't really need to attach a hanging also in this. Now take your piece. Okay, now let me show you the measurements with the help of a black sketch pen. Now take your compass or take your protractor. What I'm doing here is I'm going to measure. This is 0 degree. I'm going to mark points at 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180. So I'm marking points at a gap of 30 degrees. This why I'm doing is then I'm marking at 210, 240, 270, 300 and 330. Now what I've got is I've got my points at a gap of 30 degrees. Why I'm going to be doing this is because I want to remake my rays of the sun here. That is the reason why I'm doing this. Now in between these, just take a midpoint and draw the rays. Now I'm not drawing the rays till the end because otherwise when I cut my circle, that loop is going to come out completely. So just draw the rays of the sun. Okay. Now see, we've drawn the rays of the sun. Now let me cut it. So simply take your scissors and remove it. Let me remove and show you. So now I have cut this. See how cute this is looking. Now I'm going to simply stick it using Fevicol. Put a thick coat of Fevicol and stick it. And now let this stick well and let it dry completely. Now I have mixed Fevicol MR and wall putty to create this mixture. Okay, you can also, I have not put white color. If you want, you can put. I'm just putting it to give a little strength to my cardboard. If you want, you can also do a thick coat of gesso here or white acrylic color. This is optional. You can also decide to put a layer of your clay over here. And if you don't have wall putty, instead of that, you can use POP, you can use ceramic powder, or you can use marble powder, whatever powder you have here. I'm going to put a little bit onto the sides as well. Now you can use a palette knife or you can use a disposable knife to do this. I'm just putting a little bit onto the edges so that the final finishing with the clay is not that difficult. So this will give an even finish to your cardboard if it is uneven from edges. And when we are doing clay work, it's going to make our life a little simpler. And you will observe that this mixture really dries up very fast. So I prefer to make it whenever I want to use it. Being plastic, it might not hold my clay so well, so I'm just putting a little bit of this to create a rough texture inside, and then what I'm going to do is I will start doing my clay. So now see, we've done this. I'm taking my molded, mix equal quantities of molded to create an indigenous mixture. So I'm not going to mix too much quantity here. I'm going to first take 1/3 and let me mix this. Just mix it well. It's going to take about 2-3 minutes to mix well. So now I've mixed it and see the color is completely blended in. For dealing with molded, you need talcum powder or any powder which is available. So first and the foremost, I'm making thin lines. Now I have made few strings and we are going to start our work starting from the center. So in the center part, just apply Fevicol and we are going to create a circular pattern like this. Okay, so be careful when you are doing this rings around this. Now if you are doing it with handmade clay or homemade clay, okay, keep into mind the fact that there might be a little bit of shrinkage, so on that basis you do. Now we'll make more and I'm going to do the spiral till this point. Now I've done till here. After that what I'm doing is I'm putting thick Fevicol here and I've created these small roundels. Just put your roundels in this last, in between the cardboard and this, just like this. So leave enough space so that your roundels can fit in and put thick Fevicol so that they stay inside. Put them properly. This is going to make your coils very tight. Simply make few circles and keep them. Okay. So this way I have fitted all my circles here. So I made these tiny roundels and I have fitted. Okay. Don't press it too much. If you press it too much, ये सारे strings एक साथ हो जाएंगे and this impression of them being separate will not be seen. Now we come to the, I'm just going to let this be for 5 minutes so that it's a little settled. In that time, we are going to make our outside lines. Now these strings are not as thin as your inner strings. Don't make them as thin because they are not going to give any dimension otherwise. Okay, this way. Just pinch it. And now take your cutter. Now we are going to put this string out here. Now this is going to create a good dimension between the circles that we are putting. This way it has created. It is going to create a different kind of a depth like this. And when we give the eyes and the nose of the sun, at that point of time, the entire face structure will stand. So when you are making this, make sure that you cut it at the joints. That is going to give you more neatness. So when you cut it at these joints, the cuts will not really be visible, and pinch it at these points. So you won't be able to make out where we are cutting, where we are joining when we look at our final product. Now in this part I'm just going to give dots. So now let's do the last part for the outer part. Now we are going to start doing the face of the sun. Now if your clay below is wet, तो ये automatically stick कर जाएगा. But still, I prefer to use a little bit of Fevicol. Okay, so this is going to create the tilak on top. Now comes the eyes. Just keep your cutter handy. Now we'll make two same size circles. Okay, this is our dot that I've created. Now just make your string a little thinner for the lower part. Okay, now we are going to make the moustache and the nose. So for the nose also I am using a string. Now here I am doing it freehand. If you want, you can draw your sun image below using a pencil once the clay is completely dry. Now comes the moustache. Depends on how thick or how big you want to give. So here what I'm doing is, it's a little flattish here and it's a little tapered on the side. Okay, like this. Now in the center here, in between the tilak, there is. So now we've made the face of the sun. Okay. Now just create just tiny dots in the center. Now just create a dot in the center. This will create a dimension when we add color and glitter and gloss to this. So now I'm going to let this to dry approximately 15-20 minutes, and then I'll show you how we are going to be doing the coloring part. Now that my clay has dried completely, I'm using my black acrylic color and I'm going to paint this. And now the black color has dried up completely, and now comes the fun part. Now here I'll be using my metallic wax. This is from Little Birdie, and this is fun. Just take it in your finger and rub it wherever you want to give an impression of the golden color. So this is available in various colors. You can use this for giving a super beautiful finish to your product by adding different colors. Whatever impression you've given in your base, that is going to stand out when you start using this wax. Just ensure that your black is dried when you're doing this. Otherwise this impression won't come. And this we can't do with the brush because the wax will not come out. So for this you'll have to get your hands dirty to get this look. So now I'm going to let this dry before I do a coat of varnish to secure it. I can also do it on my edges here. So my golden color is done. Now my golden has dried completely. I'm going to just simply do a coat of varnish. So this is looking a little bluish right now, but once it dries, it's going to give a good finish. Now let this dry completely. I hope you've liked the video. For now we've used a plain cap to create this beautiful handle. If you liked the video, please press the like button. Don't forget to leave a comment, and do let us know if you would like to learn more projects in the Dokhra style. And also please subscribe to the channel. Also press the notification button so that you can be notified as soon as we are putting up a new video. Thank you so much, and bye bye.